Hello guys, today we have to discuss how to add data in Angular. Okay, previously we have to complete how to get the details from backend to front end, web API to Angular. We have to see once more. Yeah. Swagger is the web API. Okay, here client side server. Copy this URL and paste here. Paste in your browser. Yeah, I am pasting in my browser that URL. Here getting the details: employee ID, employee name, employee number, employee mail, employee age. Now here I am writing how to add the data from front end to only. Okay. Before we have to add, like here too we have to add the data. Today we have to add from here too. Before that we have to create one more component. Now I am creating the one more component for adding the data. Okay. Previously we done how to create the component. Now I am using the PowerShell. I am using the command from PowerShell is for my laptop. It's not working. If you are working means do in PowerShell only. It's loading. ng generate component name add employee. Why it is showing error means we didn't select the folder name. You have two folders is there, right? One is server side and one is another one is client side. Now I am selecting the client side. cd angular web API dot client. cd check the spellings also. If is there any spelling error means it didn't work. Be careful while doing that. Now I am copy pasting that one. Okay, now it's working, right? Now I am writing ng generate component add employee. Yeah, component was created. Next. Now I am implementing the HTML labels and text boxes for the adding purpose. First I am taking the form. Now I am taking the form. In this form I am writing the class as a form and ng submit. Entire form will submit. If you click the submit, the form entire will be submitted. ng submit is equal to on submit form. On submit form we have to implement the in TypeScript. Okay. Here the form group. Employee form. Add employee form. Okay. Next here I am writing the div. I have to take class as a row. In this I am taking the label. Here we have to do validations also. Okay. When you are touch the label, it will print the message. Please enter the text box name, please enter the employee name, whatever you have to give. Form employee name, text box, not text box, input id as employee name, id as employee name, type as a text. Here we have to use form control. Based upon form control only we have to do in the validations. Form control, form control name as I am giving the employee name. Whatever you want you have to give. Now as of now I am giving the employee name. Here I am writing the validated div. I am taking one more div. In that div and I am writing ng for, not ng for, ng if we have to write inside the div. Ng if here we have to write the employee form group. Here we have to write here we have to copy, add employee form dot get. Here we have to write the inside the get we have to write form controller name inside the single quote. Here we have to write the two conditions, one is touched and another one is empty. Okay, here touched. Here we have to write touched and same employee form group. Here employee form group means add employee form dot get. Inside the get we have to write form controller name. Inside the get we have to write single quote. In single quote we have to write the form controller name. Question mark dot errors. Here you have to write required. You have to required, right? If it touched means is there any space, empty. Here two conditions it will work. One is empty, another one is touch. required, required. Okay, like this I am copy pasting everything, every more like employee age, employee phone, employee email. I am copy pasting and changing the thing. That's all. Here one thing forgot before copy pasting. Here one thing I forgot. Write the validation message. Enter employee name. Enter. Please enter or enter. Please enter employee name. Okay. Employee name. Here also I am writing. Please enter employee age. Please enter employee age. I am copy like this. I am copy pasting every component, every label. Here we have to write two more labels: email and phone number. Okay. I am copy pasting everything. Before going to the TypeScript, first we have to go to the services and we have to implement the add employee service. Okay. Now I am going to the service. Here I am implementing the add employee. Add employee. I am implementing the add employee. Employee. Here it will employee will getting the through model interface here. Here we have to automatically implement the interface. Next I am implementing the observable. Inside the observable we have to write in the employee model. Here we have to write constant HTTP options. Not only options, HTTP request, whatever you want. I am taking HTTP options for calling through the service, right? Equal to header is equal to new header, HTTP header, HTTP header. Here we have to see, right, HTTP headers, open curly braces, inside the curly braces open bracket and close bracket. Inside we have to write content type, what you are passing the content. Now as of now I am passing the application the JSON, I am getting the JSON data. Here I am passing the JSON data. Here inside the single type I am passing the content type. C1T and content type is definitely we have to pass what is the content. Application.json /JSON I am passing the JSON data. Here we have to return this dot HTTP. Before here writing right HTTP get we have to write, right? Here we have to write HTTP post. Here we have to write HTTP post because here we are adding the data, not getting the data. That's why I am using the post. This dot dollar symbol open curly braces, this dot base URL employee. Before writing employee we have to check once more what is getting there. Here I am checking once more what is the after base URL, here what is getting. Like as of now I am executing. Here I am getting like employee. I am copying this one and I am stopping the running, and here I am pasting the employee slash. Here we have to write the slash, after that comma employee HTTP. Here we have to write JSON.HTTP options. Here we have to pass this HTTP options. Dot pipe, we are using the pipe. Here we have to use pipe, and in Angular, in TypeScript we have to use the subscribe. We have to subscribe our data. Here inside the pipe we have to write in the exception catch error. Before here we are writing catch error errors. Or I am copy pasting everything like this. Here before we have to implement it, right? Here I am copying the same like as this one. and here I am changing the post. Here I am changing the post. Here I am changing the get to post. Employee. Okay, like this I am changing everything. Here, like the service will be completed. Now I am going to the component. Service will be implemented. Now I am going to the add employee component. Here before that we have to initialize the constructor. Inside the constructor we have to get the services private employee service, employee service, here we are missing the reference. I am adding the reference import. Sometimes it will automatically come. Import employee service, employee service from it getting from add employee service. Here is there, right? I am implementing the services. In this service I am one more thing I am you have to write this dot not private, sorry, private form builder. You have to write the form builder. Okay, before that here we have to implement it like form group, right? Add form group. Now I am taking this in employee form group. Here also we are missing the reference. Here we have to add the reference. Angular forms only form group. Here I am adding the references. In this here we have to write the validator. In constructor only we have to write the validations. This dot add employee form equal to this dot fb dot group. Here we have to write this form controller name. Here we have to write the form controller name. Validator validators comma not validator dot required. Here also we are add the reference. Okay, now I am adding the reference. Here I am adding the reference. It will come from Angular / forms only. Dot required. So like this I am adding the employee age and everything. I am copy pasting everything. Here I am implementing the here we have to write the form controller name. Here valid dot required. It will show the required message. Valid message it will show if you have touched or empty. Here I am implementing the on submit form. On submit form dot add employee form dot valid. If it is valid only, we have to add the data. Constant employee equal to open bracket, close bracket. Here it will get the all the employees. In employee model, every label or component here will come. Employee ID equal to 0. First it will auto incremented, right? That's why employee ID is 0. Employee name, this dot add employee form dot value dot, you have to write the form controller name. Employee age, employee male, employee number, employee male, employee number, employee age. Okay. After that, we have to call the services. This dot employee service dot add employee. You have to add the data. You have subscribed the data for adding the database. Here we have to write in the subscribe. Inside the subscribe, we have to write open the curly braces, and here it will complete. If the data is added or not, we have to check, right? That's why I am using the console dot log double quotes add employee, comma, I am passing this employee. Okay. Now successfully completed. Now I am running the code. The client also running. If you run one time, it will run both. One is server and one is client. So here I am getting the error. What is the error? You can't bind the form group since it is known as a property. Okay, here we are adding the here in HTML, here we are adding the form group, right? Because it is don't know for the HTML what is form group. That's why here we have to import the reactive forms. It will come in the reactive forms only, form group. Here I am adding the reactive form module. Import reactive form module from it will get Angular / forms only at the rate Angular forms. In this reactive forms module, we have to write here and save it and check once. Yeah, compiled successfully. Okay, now I am copy pasting this one. Copy pasting. Oh, actually I forgot to write the button. Wait a minute, I will write the button. Sorry, it's my mistake. Button submit. inside this you have to write type submit. And one more thing, I am writing the BR for every div because I want some space. Now I am not designing anything, right? I am not using here CSS. If you want anything CSS, you have to write in app add employee.css. Here we have to implement if you want anything. I am saving. Okay, if I touch, please enter employee name. Validate is working. Tirupati. Now I am writing the name. Age 23. Email @gmail.com. Phone number. I am click on submit. Here, if you are adding or not, we have to check in console also if it didn't get any errors. Here, employee name successfully added. And if you are check once more here also in get employees, click on try it now and click it execute. Here I am showing the Tirupati. Now this data only I am added. Okay. Successfully completed add employee. Here successfully completed add employee. Next video we have to discuss routing, app routing. If you click button, we have to redirect to the get employees. Once you have added the data, once you click on the data submit, it will redirect to the add employee. Because here we have to change, right? In app.html, here we have to changing this selector. If you click in this add employee.html, if you put the selector like employee details, it will get only the employee details. I am checking once more and I am saving and going to the here we are getting the employee details. Based upon the selector only displaying the data. Okay. It is not good way, right? If you are writing 10 components, every time you have to changing, it's not good thing, right? That's why I'm writing the routing. Here in app module only we are writing the routing. Based upon routing, if you click the button, it will redirect to the another component. We have to see next video. Until unless, bye guys. Please subscribe our channel. In next video we have to see routing and updating and deleting. If you are completing these three things, the CRUD operations will completed in Angular and Web API. Thank you guys. Bye.